Okay. There's a post from Chris about what they're working on. And we are gonna take a quick look. Okay, let's see. Over the weekend, we launched Path of Exile Expedition. We've really enjoyed watching the community play through the new content and conquer the challenges that lie within. We have deployed many hotfixes and restartless 3.15 patch so far and have more coming. This post provides more details. A lot of players have tried to derive our player conquerors numbers based on the data shown from Steam users. Uh-oh. And have expressed concern that fewer people played this expansion than the previous two. To be transparent, the number is that 23% fewer players joined us at launch compared to our all-time record, and this is something we were prepared for. In addition to the normal variance between releases, we completely understand that Path of Exile had a lot of changes in 3.15, and this is definitely unnerving to some players. Thank you to everyone who has tried it so far. We're really enjoying reading about your experiences playing with the recent changes. Since release, we have released the following patches. Some fixes, Reaper box fixes, and buffs. Yeah, the bleeding wasn't working. Non-minions, Monka! Fix a bug where Bone Shatter's selfie didn't trigger when it hit events. This was a really good fix for those. Oh, I don't even know when this happened. Interesting. Fix an exploit where PvP only characters could try to buy items from the expedition vendors. Oh, I see. So I guess people were creating PvP characters and go, like, you know, since they saw the hideout, they would check the vendors and they would, like, literally get their own vendors, right? The way people did leveled new characters, like do new characters and killed Hillock or something, right? That's it. Yeah. Fixed bug where some installed Flask mods could remove grace period. Yeah, that one clip was scary. Fix a client crash that could occur when using Forbidden Right and Lion's Roar. Bug fixes. T-pole. Yeah. I haven't had the T-pole issue myself, but it's pretty bad when you can't see animations of when enemies because of it. Non-unique artifacts were not dropping. Oh, no wonder I haven't seen a single one. Huh. Fix the bug where you could not sell items to Tane. Oh yeah, that's good as well. I was wondering about this when I was playing with when I was leveling the Raider yesterday or the day before. Wait, it's already like day 3 or something. Yeah. When I was using ballistas and it didn't show their HP. Added missing affix name the chance to avoid being stunned. Added display for quantities of expedition currency in vendor window. That's good. Fix the bug where the art for alt art Flasks was not displaying. Fixed the bug where the labels for Delve Chest and Asteroid were not displaying. Picking up the loyal was an episode of Blue Socket. I wonder like how these kind of bugs happen here. Fix the bug where gaining or losing modifiers that change the effect of freeze on you, such as from Aquamarine, would not immediately update the effect that. Oh my god. So you don't actually need to roll it with heat with that. That is so nice. Thank you. That's a good change. So far today we have been discussing a variety of community feedback and have either explanations or changes planned for a number of topics which are listed below. Please note that this is not a complete list yet, and we are still discussing many other topics. But this is a set we're ready to talk about. We'd much rather get this first post out now rather than wait for it to be an exhaustive list. They're trying to calm down the flames of the community. Can the merchant vendor window show you how many ruined artifacts you have? Yes, we are working on making it so the vendor window displays how many items you have available for trading with the expedition mentioned. Release this feature soon. Yeah, so this here 100%, okay, 99.99999%. This was always supposed to be a thing. They just ran out of time and they didn't include it. Expedition vendor refresh currencies to rare. Agree. I absolutely agree with that. Probably have a value for this but tomorrow. Also, we're discussing increases tax on vendor real currency items and all expedition currency in high demand. Nice. Vendors were supposed to use also your stats for trades, but it's bugged. How does this have anything to do with showing the number of artifacts you have in the vendor window? They are not mutually exclusive. Where are the mana cost multiplier changes on support gems to extreme? Even the full stash scan for the correct number would be expensive. I mean, you don't need to do full scan if you... I mean, I guess then you would have to assume... like, then you would have made it so that they automatically go to the locker, which is kind of yikes as well. Because then you would also only have to scan that. I mean, they could still probably make it so that it only scans that, or the first 5 stash tabs, like it already does for normal vendors. Yes, they were too extreme. Wait, were the mana cost multiplier changes on support gems too extreme? Yes, they were too extreme. Based on feedback and data, we are reviewing the mana cost multipliers again and we'll be reducing many, but not all of them. While this will ease the impact on your mana by moderate amount, the goal is that mana matters a lot more than before. Would be nice that Blight wouldn't cost twice as much as it did before. That would indeed be nice. That would be pretty good. Are there any changes coming to ailment or curse immunity? Ailment immunity granted by Flask has been increased from 1 second to 4 seconds. Wait. Does that mean that if you use a seething life flask, it now gives you a 4-second ailment immune? Dude, that's better than it was before. That's actually better than in 3.14 if that's the case. Because in that it just removed. Dude, that's a buff for life flasks. Or in some mana flasks in some cases. Yeah, the 1 second was absolutely way too low. You have to remove it. Yeah, but it's still... So, in 3.14 and before that, if you used a staunching or bubbling life flask, right? It's like basically almost immediately over the flask effect. And the immunities were based on they were up as long as your flask was up. So when it was instant, it would only remove it, and then you wouldn't have an immune. But now if it grants you 4-second immunity after that, that's a massive buff to the life flask, like seething life flasks. You can do seething life flask of staunching and actually get a 4-second bleed immune after that, instead of just removing it. It's actually big, like actually mega big. Staunching flasks will make you immune to corrupted blood if they remove corrupted blood from you. Oh my god, thank you. So I might not instantly die to Cirrus. The biggest problem with the the old one with the just removes was that if you made it so that it applies immediately when you get hit by it, let's say the Zero's die beam, it would remove the first one, and then it would apply a new one, it would remove that, it would reapply, and it would just lose your entire flask. And it was way too dangerous for any attack build against corrupted blood monsters. So this is very, very, very good chain. I honestly don't know how they thought the 1 second was good enough and that corrupted blood immune wasn't needed. It's mind-boggling to me. It feels like often GGG is testing how much the community will take, and then they just like they go from, they make like drastic change, and then community doesn't like it, and then they kind of meet the community in the somewhere in the halfway, and then like they're haggling with the players. It's the same as when you're haggling with the goddamn Tuyen, where you just like lowball the fuck out of him, and then it's like nope, and then you put a bit more. Arctic Caramel will grant freeze immunity. Ooh. Perfect form stonks. Skyrocket. Arctic Armor has 100% reduced mana reservation with face acro chest and life on an evasion base. Stonks. Damn. This chest just gained so much value with that. These are the players are more like typical trade players than that expedition dude. Yeah. Aquaman Flask is being buffed from 40 to 60. That's decent. The map mods that curse the player no longer apply the curses with increased effect. That's a good nerf. That's a good nerf. I hate Goatman. Tell me some good news. We're nerfing Goatman leap slams and molten shells. That's whatever. I wonder how much they're nerfing it. Why does Expedition have 20 types of currency? We thought it would be helpful to explain how we ended up with so many currency items in Expedition. Each of the 4 vendors needs their own type of currency. If we had the one unified currency that works all across the vendor, works across all vendors, sorry. Then the correct behavior would be determine which vendors technically has the best exhibit value and spend all of your currency with them. Yes. And you could potentially try to balance that. But yeah. As it stands, there's intense incentive to use each of the different novel trade methods. That's true. I think I do like that. That you basically should use them because there's no downside other than just selling them to other players, I guess. Yeah, if you have the that's the temple nodes is duration. If you're talking about the aquamarine, this is freeze reduction. This is effect, not duration. So it won't do that, sadly. Each of the vendors needs several tiers of currency. We experimented with just one tier internally, but this basically became a gold system. By having multiple tiers that do different things and have uncertain exchange rates between them, we get all advantages of the Battle of Exile's currency system and avoid the dangers that having gold would cause. I can't really talk much about like how the feeling of that yet because I haven't been working too much with the league, like the guys. I've like basically just reset a bit and saw like check if there's anything good bases or something for me. Like, I haven't spent a lot of times with them. We are not gonna read this now, but it's a good post. Each of the vendors has a separate currency for rerolling an inventory that differs from the ones that you spend buying things from them. This is intentionally different so that you have a competing scarcity. Sometimes rerolls bottleneck you and sometimes purchasing item does. Again, trying to prevent the bad consequences of having something both. Danig exchanges artifacts for ones from other vendors, giving you a limited ability to smooth out temporary shortages in currency availability. I mean, you basically literally just buy all of them from there as you can when it comes to at least like the rerolls. That's what I'm doing, just buy the rerolls. All the vendors will wait for you if you have to go back because later. At least that's good. Like this here. I have. Speaking of that.
What do you need?
I have 10 Exalted shards waiting for me that I need to get. So. That's fine. But you know what's interesting about this? A ritual had this interesting mechanic where you could save that item and to get it in the future while being able to get the other stuff, because now I can never reset this until I get the Exalted charge, which is kind of annoying. This results in 20 currency items for use at the vendors, which does feel like a lot. Yeah, it does. However, because you can immediately stash them in the expansion locker after an encounter, the variety of currency types doesn't really cause additional inconvenience. I feel like since you can do that immediately, they should just automatically go there. I understand why they're not doing that when it comes to, you know, having items having weight and so that they don't you feel like you feel the items, like it's not like you click it and then it goes into a magical spreadsheet like Chris mentioned, but it is kind of inconvenient, especially when you have items that are the size of 2x2. That's kind of ugh. And yeah, the same immediately is 2 clicks. You have to click it on the ground, and well, often 3. You have to click the box, then the currency, and then stashing it. I wish 2 changes. All but Danik currency is untradeable. Each encounter give 1 free. That would be decent. Even though I haven't even played much, so I can't really say much, but yeah. Then you click. Oh yeah, inventory. Yeah. But usually your inventory is just kind of full, so you can't even pick them up. It's kind of annoying. And I'm already hiding a lot right now, and I'm still having that issue. We feel. Wait, where are we? Yeah, we feel that gameplay benefits described above, plus the ability to immediately stash them in the field just by the number of currency items League uses. Having said that, we hear you. There are too many types of splinters in Battle Exile. We will be mindful of this design for future releases. X for doubt. Where is the mystery box? We expect to release it tomorrow morning. Slightly late this cycle. Are people actually asking for this? Or is this just them putting out for coming soon, they're coming soon, bite it. Alright, slightly late this cycle because one of the team members had a family emergency, but it's all resolved. And it was fine, nice. Quick PSA about remnants work. Oh, when it's a remnant, I was like thinking about remnant of corruption, like the rest. Remnants are detonated in a sequence as of your chain of explosive reaches them. When one is detonated, its effects apply to the monsters unearthed by the blast and all subsequent blasts. This is how you get giga loot from them. Is you stack a few of the mods and then you get all of the monster spawns, and not like go mod to mod to mod to mod to mod and barely have monsters. This is one of the things you need to consider strategically while planning where to place the explosive. You do not need to wait until all explosives are gone off before you start finding monsters. Are people doing that? Alright. There are many more topics that we are going through that our discussions haven't reached yet. In the interest of communication, this post represents where we've up so far. We felt it was better to post this now rather than wait a few days until everything's been discussed. Oh no, it's gonna take a few days before we get the Flask changes? Oh no! Oh no, dude! I can't believe this is actually buffing life like seething life flasks though. That's kinda interesting. Same goes for freeze, like off heat seethings now too, by the way. Oh, this is on Reddit. Oh, I'll post it like that. I am happy that they are reverting the Flask shit. The ailment durations. I'm happy that they are changing the corrupted blood, so we get the immune for it now as well when we use the Flask. So we don't absolutely need to get the jewel. Which tier is you cannot have? Oh, you mean... I think it's here. It's a T2 map. Fields. I think. Yeah, Drek Apex Hunter. Yeah, it's here. Okay, I think this is gonna... I wonder about the mana cost multi. This is like the only like question mark. I'm happy that they're doing something, but the question remains how much. Is it will be like, will my 6-link blight previously my 6-link blight was like 16 mana. Now it's like 30. After these new changes, will it be like, I don't know, 20 or 28? Like, there's a moderate. And that it matters a lot more. So I'm assuming it's somewhere like, I don't know, maybe to 25 or something. The biggest issue with this mana multiplier shit though was reservations for like spell slingers. That's like was the worst thing, honestly. Yeah. The changes are looking good. I'm happy that they're reverting the ailment stuff and they're doing some changes to the mana stuff. I mean, they're not like fully reverting it because in some cases though, you will get a longer duration than your Flask is, which is interesting. Unless they're capping it to the duration of the Flask at the same time. I don't know. An Arctic armor chains. This is big. This is very big. Tool chest. Stonks go up.